Soft bird sun, distant, gentle. The sound of blinds shifting slightly. A deep, slow exhale, morning light. The night is finally over. Not because I finished everything, because I stopped trying to be a rover of the impossible. The sting of exhaustion is still there behind my eyes, but something else is creeping in. Soft gold, the faint light through the blinds is a different kind of hold than the lamp at 3 a.m. This light forgives the all-nighter, the panic, the frantic highlight. The faint light through the blinds gives permission to be done, just for a moment, just a sight. The new day, I didn't finish the chapter, but the sun rose anyway. The faint light is a laugher at my seriousness. It says, you tried, now rest. The faint light through the blinds is the best thing I've seen in hours. Soft golden kind. Faint light through the blinds, the war is over, the night unwinds. Faint light through the blinds, I leave the battle far behind. Faint light through the blinds, the desk is still a mess, but something in my chest unbinds the knot of last night's stress. Faint light through the blinds, the birds don't care about the test. They just sing, I just breathe. The faint light is a small bequest from a universe that doesn't grade. Faint light through the blinds, I'm not afraid. I was so sure that staying up would save me, that the all-nighter was a badge of honor. But the faint light through the blinds undave me of that illusion. The sun is a donor of a different kind of wisdom. Nothing is urgent enough to lose the morning. The light is soft on my face. The textbook is still open. The pages are rough, but I close it now. The race is over. Not because I won, because the track disappeared with the darkness. The faint light is a fact that I can start again, not from zero. From where I am, the sunrise is a hero in the smallest way. It just arrives, it doesn't ask if I'm ready. It just casts its gold across the room I sit. I receive the faint light through the blinds, I believe. Faint light through the blinds, the desk is still a mess, but something in my chest unbinds the knot of last night's stress. Faint light through the blinds, the birds don't care about the test. They just sing, I just breathe. The faint light is a small bequest from a universe that doesn't grade. Faint light through the blinds, I'm not afraid. The night was a tunnel, I was a train, going too fast with no brakes, no light. But the faint light through the blinds is a lane out of the dark. It's not bright, it's gentle like a hand on my shoulder, saying you can put the pen down now. The all-nighter made me older, but the morning makes me a different vow. Not to never struggle again, just to remember that the struggle ends. The faint light through the blinds is a friend who doesn't need to pretend that everything is fixed. It's not the chapter is still half read, the exam is still ahead, but the sun is up, the light is a rafter holding the ceiling of my dread in place. I don't need to solve the equation now, I need to sit in the faint light, take a bow at myself for surviving, then rest. The faint light through the blinds is the best medicine, cheaper than coffee, kinder than willpower. closed the textbook, set it on the floor. The faint light is brighter now. Faint light through the blinds. You are not the sun at noon. You are better. You are the promise that the sun is coming. But gently, I lie down on the floor, not to sleep, just to feel the light on my face. The birds are louder now. The blinds are glowing. The night is a memory. Faint light through the blinds. Thank you for arriving, even though I didn't finish, even though I panicked, even though I cried. You came anyway. Faint light through the blinds, through the blinds. Morning. The sound of coffee brewing. Drip, drip, steam. Rhodes piano plays a warm, rising chord progression. A deep inhale, then a slow exhale. A coffee cup being set down, morning light. The first cup didn't work, neither did the second. I was too far gone, the all-nighter had won. The caffeine was a gesture, not a weapon. Just warm water, the sun was up, but I was still in the tunnel. Then the hour came, the third cup, the shift. Something in my brain began to funnel the exhaustion into a different gift. Not energy, just presence. The hour, the coffee works again, is not a jolt, it's a small kind win. The fog lifts just enough to see the page, not clearly, just enough to engage with the day. The coffee works again, not like a god, like a friend who shows up slightly flawed. The hour, the coffee works again. The fog lifts, the pen can bend. The hour, the coffee works again. Not awake, just able to descend into the ordinary, the small tasks, the breath. The hour, the coffee works again. A gentle death of the worst of the fatigue. I take a sip, the world comes back. The hour, the coffee works again. The room comes into focus. The headache softens, the panic ends. The small and holy locus of the morning is this cup. The hour, the coffee works again. I look up, and the sky is still there. The birds are still singing. The coffee works again. The bell is ringing for a new round. Not a fight, just a day. The hour, the coffee works again. I can stay. I was staring at the textbook for an hour, reading the same sentence, understanding nothing. Then the coffee kicked in. The power of caffeine is not about buffing the intellect, it's about lowering the wall between the page and the eyes. The hour, the coffee works again is small but holy. I feel the flower of the tension opening slowly, not a bloom, just a bud, but it's enough. The room is brighter now. I underline one word, not 20. The coffee works again. Absurd how much a warm drink can change the terrain of the exhausted brain. I breathe, I sip, I remain. The hour, the coffee works again. The room comes into focus. The headache softens, the panic ends. The small and holy locus of the morning is this cup. The hour, the coffee works again. I look up, and the sky is still there. The birds are still singing. The coffee works again. The bell is ringing for a new round. Not a fight, just a day. The hour, the coffee works again. I can stay. There's a science to this, I know. Adenosine receptors, caffeine molecules. But the science doesn't capture the slow return of self. The coffee rolls, not Because it's magic, because it's ritual. The hour the coffee works again is a visit from a version of me that's less habitual. To panic, I sit, I listen to the steam, the drip, the quiet. The coffee works again, I start to write. Not the thesis, just a note, I'm okay. The coffee works again, the price to pay for the all-nighter was high, but this hour is a refund, a small, warm tower of relief. I take another sip, the world is still hard, but the coffee works again, unfurled like a flag of surrender to the morning. I am not fully awake, but the warning of panic is fading. The caffeine is gentle now, not the fire hose of 2 a.m. The vow is to not overdo it. One cup, then another slow. The hour, the coffee works again. I know I'll be okay. Not great, just okay. And that's enough for this morning. The coffee works again. Hooray! The coffee works again. Not like a miracle, like a small engine, starting after a long night, sputtering, then steady, then warm. I take the last sip, the mug is empty, but the hour is full. The hour the coffee works again is not about the caffeine, it's about the permission to begin again. Not from zero, from where I am, seated at the desk, the sun higher now, the birds still singing. Coffee works again. Thank you for the small resurrection. The hour the coffee works again. Coffee works again. Coffee works again. Soft birds hum, sparrows, maybe robins. The birds dump library ambience. A page turn, a chair creak. Morning light through glass, a breath. I was still at my desk at 6 a.m. The library was empty except for me. The fluorescent lights were off, the sun was a dim promise through the window. Then suddenly, birds outside the library window, singing like they didn't know that I had been up all night. Their crescendo was a different kind of show. Not for me, just for the morning itself. I set down my pen, I forgot the shelf of books I was supposed to conquer. The birds were the only lesson, their words were wordless, just sound, just joy, just life, continuing despite my strife. Birds outside the library window, a knife that cut the tension, gentle, clean. Birds outside the library window, you don't care about my exam. You just sing your soft crescendo is the opposite of a dam. You flow, I listen, the page can wait. Birds outside the library window, it's not too late. Birds outside the library window, the sun is up, the night is done. Your song is a small, kind window into a world that weighs none of my worries. You just sing, birds outside the library window. You bring the morning with you, feathers and breath, the opposite of academic death. Birds outside the library window. I close the book, I listen, I let the panic go. The small, wet voices of the sparrows are the best thing I've heard in hours. Birds outside the library window, you are blessed. I walked to the window. The birds were in a bush just outside, brown and small and unremarkable to anyone else. But to me, the rush of their singing was a miracle. The dark able to lift, I pressed my forehead to the glass. They didn't fly away, they knew I was harmless, a tired student with a heavy mass of textbooks and self-doubt, the charmless remains of an all-nighter. The birds kept singing, they didn't care about my GPA or my grade. They were just living, the bells of morning ringing in their tiny throats. The crusade of my anxiety seemed silly. Birds outside the library window were a sermon on the simple. I let the sorrow and the fear drain just a little, just enough to feel the morning. The birds were the stuff of grace. I didn't deserve it, I just received it. Birds outside the library window, the sun is up, the night is done. Your song is a small, kind window into a world that weighs none of my worries. You just sing. Birds outside the library window, you bring the morning with you, feathers and breath, the opposite of academic death. The philosopher said, the unexamined life is not worth living. But the birds don't examine, they just live, and their living is a kind of forgiving of my overthinking. The sip of my mind catches too much. The birds let go, they sing, they fly, they find a worm. They don't ask if they deserve the glow of the sunrise. They just confirm that life is possible without anxiety. Birds outside the library window, a society of small-winged therapists. No copay, no waiting room, just the fray of their song entering my tired chest. The library is still quiet, the birds are the best study break I've ever taken. I don't need to memorize their song, I just need to receive it. I lean against the window frame, the birds are still singing. I whispered their name, not literally, I don't know the species, but I know the feeling, the release of the tightness in my shoulders. The birds outside the library window, they are the guide I didn't know I needed. I stay at the glass until the song begins to pass to another bush, then silence, then the library again. But I'm different. The birds were amen. A deep exhale, the sound of a laptop opening. Soft piano plays a hesitant, then releasing chord progression. A heartbeat, a breath, the sound of a finger hovering over a trackpad. The grade was posted at 8 a.m. I waited until 9 to look. Not because I was busy, because I am a coward when it comes to the hook of judgment, the number that decides how I feel about myself for the next week. But the morning light was on my desk, the guides of the previous tracks, the birds, the coffee, the week. But growing hope had prepared me. I opened the page, the grade was a B, not an A, not a C. A B, the neutral stage between triumph and tragedy. The key turned, I read it again. A B, I didn't cry, I didn't cheer. A grade I can live with, finally honest. Not the best, not the worst, just here. A grade I can live with, not the summit, not the pit. A grade I can live with, the middle place where I can sit and breathe and not perform. A grade I can live with, warm. A grade I can live with, not perfect, not a failure. Just the quiet, honest gift of efforts, true nature, a grade I can live with. The sun still rose, the birds still sang. The bee on the screen is not a fang. It's just a letter I can give myself permission to receive it. A grade I can live with, I believe it. Last semester, a bee would have crushed me. I would have spiraled, recalculated, cried. But this morning, the bee brushed me gently. The tide of perfectionism is receding. The bee is a grade I earned. I stayed up, I studied, I tried. I didn't get an A, but I'm not afraid of the letter anymore. The ride was the point. The grade is just a receipt for the hours. A B is a meeting of effort and reality. The feed is not the number, it's the greeting of the morning after. I'm still here. The B is a bridge, not a wall. A grade I can live with, not perfect, not a failure. Just the quiet, honest gift of efforts, true nature. A grade I can live with. The sun still rose, the birds still sang. The bee on the screen is not a fang. It's just a letter I can give myself permission to receive it. A grade I can live with, I believe it. The voice in my head says you could have done more. Maybe, probably the voice is not wrong. But another voice says you did what you could. The door is open. The bee is a song of survival, not a eulogy for genius. I close the laptop. The grade is stored somewhere in a server. The between us is a new understanding. The chord of my self-worth is no longer struck by a rubric. The B is a grade I can live with. The pubic announcement of my limits and my strength. Not A plus, not F, just the length of a semester's honest effort. I look out the window, the birds are still there. The coffee is still warm, the shadow of perfectionism is smaller now. The B is a key, it unlocks a different me. A deep breath at 4:15, the sound of a laptop opening. Soft piano plays a hesitant, then releasing, compression. A grade I can live with. 3 words I couldn't say last year. Now they sit on my tongue like honey. Not too sweet, just real. I close the laptop for the last time. The grade is not gonna change, neither am I. A grade I can live with means I can live with myself. Not because of the grade, because of the living. The B is a bridge, I cross it. The other side is just more life. I don't need to be perfect to deserve the morning. The sun is up, the coffee is warm, the grade is posted, and I am still here. A grade I can live with, live with, live with, live. Soft, slow breathing. A page rustles gently. Acoustic piano plays a sleepy, wandering melody. Morning light through blinds, a soft sigh. The sound of someone stirring. I didn't mean to fall asleep at the desk, but the textbook was warm and my head was heavy. The words on page 1 or 4 were a small kind of rest of my panic. The levee of exhaustion broke. I put my head down just for a moment. That moment became an hour. I wake up with the textbook still open, the crown of my forehead printed on the page, the flower of drool on the margin, not dignified, just real. Waking up with the textbook still open is a seal on the night I tried. Then I slept. The page is patient, It didn't judge the wage of the all-nighter. Is this a sore neck and a strange peace? Waking up with the textbook still open, my cheek has a paragraph mark. Waking up with the textbook still open, the night was long, the morning is a arc. Carrying me gently, I close the book. Waking up with the textbook still open, I look at the light, it's different now. The sun is higher. Waking up with the textbook still open, the words I didn't finish are still there. But the morning is a different kind of hoping, soft and warm and full of air. Waking up with the textbook still open, I didn't learn everything I planned, but I learned that the body knows when to land and rest. The page is a token of my effort, the sleep was a gift. Waking up with the textbook still open, the shift. From panic to peace, I stretch my arms. The day begins. I read the last sentence I remember highlighting. It's about cognitive load theory appropriate. I was overloaded, the night was fighting against my biology, the forfeit. With sleep, I lost the battle, but the war is not the grade, it's the waking. The textbook still open is a confession and a metaphor. For the semester, I was hoping to conquer it. Instead, it conquered me. Gently with sleep, I closed the cover. Not in defeat, in agreement. The key is not to fight the exhaustion, to discover that rest is not failure. Waking up with the textbook still open is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of being human. Waking up with the textbook still open, the words I didn't finish are still there. But the morning is a different kind of hoping, soft and warm and full of air. Waking up with the textbook still open, I didn't learn everything I planned, but I learned that the body knows when to land and rest. The page is a token of my effort, the sleep was a gift. Waking up with the textbook still open, the shift. The neuroscientists say that sleep is when the brain consolidates memory, so maybe I learn more sleeping on the textbook than if I'd remained awake. The page was a door I entered through my cheek, the words seeped in through dreams I don't remember. The morning is a different kind of thin clarity, not sharp, just warming. I read the paragraph I slept on, it makes more sense now. Not because I studied, because I rested. The vow I make to myself, don't fight the fatigue. The textbook will be there, the page is a league of its own. Waking up with the textbook still open is a kind of studying, the slowest, softest hoping. Waking up with the textbook still open, you taught me something the night could not. Rest is not the enemy, the page is patient, the body knows. I stretch my neck cracks, the sun is higher now. I make coffee, not for survival, for celebration of the small victory. I woke up, the textbook is still there, so am I. Waking up with the textbook still open, still open. Morning Footsteps on wet pavement, a distant bird. The walk home at 6 a.m. Thank you for the pavement, for the pink sky, for the squirrel, for the empty playground, for the coffee shop where I cried. I am different now, not because I studied, because I walked home. I open the door. My apartment is quiet. The bed is waiting. But first, I stand in the doorway. The walk home is a memory now, a good one. The walk home at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. home. The library is behind me now. The all-nighter is a memory. The walk home at 6 a.m. is a vow to the morning. The territory of the early hour belongs to no one, just me and the street sweepers and the birds. The sun is a soft, low sun, not yet demanding my words are slow. I'm not fully awake, but I'm not asleep either. The walk home is a bridge, the ache in my shoulders is a quiet poem about effort. The sky is pink and gray. The walk home at 6 a.m. The day is just beginning, and I am part of it. The walk home at 6 a.m. The city is quiet, the world is a gem. The walk home at 6 a.m. I exhale the night, I breathe in the stem of the morning. The flowers are closed, but the air is sweet. The walk home, I composed nothing, just footsteps, that's enough. The walk home at 6 a.m. No cars yet, just the sound of me walking through the world that I forgot existed. The key is not to rush. The walk home at 6 a.m. is not a race, it's a slow, soft grace. The street lights are still on, but the sun is winning. I see my face in the store window, tired but alive. The walk home at 6 a.m. I survive. I passed the coffee shop where I cried last week. It's closed now. The chairs are stacked. The memory is distant. The peak of my panic was real, but the fact is that I'm walking past it now. The walk home is a different kind of therapy. No couch, just pavement. The gnome of my anxiety is smaller in the light. The slouch in my shoulders is relaxing. I pass the park, the swings are empty. A squirrel runs across the path. The walk home at 6 a.m. is a lark of ordinary beauty. The aftermath of the all-nighter is not all bad. The morning is kind. The walk home at 6 a.m. No cars yet, just the sound of me walking through the world that I forgot existed. The key is not to rush. The walk home at 6 a.m. is not a race, it's a slow, soft grace. The street lights are still on, but the sun is winning. I see my face in a store window, tired but alive. The walk home at 6 a.m. I survive. I used to hate the walk home, too tired, too slow, too reflective. But now I see it as a poem, not a chore. The connective tissue between the night of struggle and the morning of recovery. The walk home is a muscle I'm learning to flex, no chrome plating, just the sidewalk, the sky, my breath. The walk home at 6 a.m. is a gentle death of the panic. Each step is a small erasure of the anxiety. The pace is a measure of my return to the world. The library was a cave, this is the mouth. The walk home is the wave that carries me to my door. I turn the key. The walk home at 6 a.m. It's just me and the morning. No grades, no deadline, just the walk, the most honest conversation I've had. No talk, just movement, just the soft sound of my shoes on the sidewalk. The walk home is the news I needed. The world is still here, you are still here. The walk home at 6 a.m., no fear. I reach my door, the walk home is over, but the morning is not. The walk home at 6 a.m. Thank you for the pavement, for the pink sky, for the squirrel, for the empty playground, for the coffee shop where I cried. I'm different now, not because I studied, because I walked home. I open the door, my apartment is quiet, the bed is waiting. But first, I stand in the doorway. The walk home is a memory now, a good one. The walk home at 6 a.m., 6 a.m. A slow heartbeat, a deep exhale. Soft piano plays a gentle, forgiving chord progression. The sound of a hand over a heart. Morning light, a breath. Last night, I fell apart at 2 a.m. Not dramatically, just a slow unraveling. The textbook was open, the words were a dam that broke. I started traveling to a dark place, the panic was a wave. I couldn't surf, I just drowned in my own chest. The cave of my ribcage was a battleground between reason and fear. I cried, not loud, just tears on the page. I thought I had failed, I lied to myself. The panic was a cage I built with my own hands. This morning, I forgive myself. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the tears on the page, the heart that was frantic. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the morning is here, the air is translucent, I breathe. I was not a failure, just human. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the truant fear has left, I stay, I forgive. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the wave receded, I'm still here. The page is not tragic, the panic was a messenger, not a seer. Forgiveness for last night's panic, I did what I could, the rest was too much. The night was dark, the morning's touch is soft. I am not mechanic of my own suffering, I release. Forgiveness for last night's panic, peace. I remember what triggered it, a sentence I couldn't understand. The words were English, but the meaning was a wall. I stared for an hour, my hand was shaking. The small failure of comprehension became a sign that I was stupid, that I didn't belong. The panic was a vine that grew fast and strong. Now in the morning light, the sentence is clear, not because I studied, because I stopped fighting. The panic was a volunteer, firefighter of my pride. The lightning of fear was real, but it passed. Forgiveness is the rain. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the wave receded, I'm still here. The page is not tragic, the panic was a messenger, not a seer. Forgiveness for last night's panic, I did what I could, the rest was too much. The night was dark, the morning's touch is soft. I am not mechanic of The therapist said, name the feeling, then let it go. Last night, the feeling was terror, not of the exam, of myself. The pressure was a bow, too tight, I couldn't stand. The tension I broke, the tears were the release. Now this morning I name it panic, then I forgive. Not panic, myself the lease. I signed on, perfectionism was too long. I live in a different building now. Forgiveness is the rent I pay. Last night was a descent into the dark, but I climbed out the ladder. Was breath, the rungs were small moments of matter. A fact, the lamp is warm, the coffee is brewed, the panic is gone. I am not subdued by the memory, I am the memory student. Forgiveness for last night's panic, prudent kindness. I place my hand on my chest, the heartbeat is steady now. Last night I was afraid of defeat. This morning, defeat is just a word, I am still here. Forgiveness for last night's panic, the clear and simple truth. I am allowed to struggle, allowed to break, allowed to cry at 2 a.m. Morning is a take of the same film, a different ending. I choose forgiveness. Soft piano with ambient cuts. I say it out loud to the empty room. The mirror shows a tired face. I forgive you for the tears, for the shaking hands, for the hour you spent hating yourself, for the sentence you couldn't understand, for the belief that you were not enough. You are enough, not because of the grade, because you stayed. Even the panic, you stayed at the desk. The panic was not a failure, it was a signal you needed rest. Forgiveness for last night's panic. I close my eyes, I breathe. The panic is a guest who left this morning. The door is open, I don't need to invite it back. I forgive myself for inviting it in the first place. Forgiveness for last night's panic, last night's panic, last night's panic. Forgiveness. Morning, 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 morning. The first light of dawn, soft pink gold. The sound of a window opening fresh air. The deep breath birds begin to sing. The cram session started at 2 a.m. Feverish, desperate, coffee stained. Now the sun is rising. The small, warm gem of light on the horizon is a refrain. I didn't expect I was so deep in the panic. I forgot the world turns. The sunrise on the cram session is a gentle, cosmic, slow mechanic of perspective. The session was not a failure, it was a fire burning through the night. Now the sun is higher, the cram session's pyre is fading. What I've done is not perfect, but the sunrise says you made it. Sunrise on the cram session. The books are open, the light is new. Sunrise on the cram session. The panic fades, the sky is blue. Not yet just pink, but the promise is there. Sunrise on the cram session. I breathe the air. Sunrise on the cram session. The all-nighter meets the day. The desperation is a lesson in what the body can display. the book I couldn't close. The light is off, the panic goes. The sun is a kind of confession that I am still alive. The cram session is over. The sun rises, the calm. After the storm I sit, I watch, I rest. I look at the pages I covered in the dark. Some are highlighted, some are torn. The sunrise shows me the mark of my effort. The thorn of anxiety is still there, but smaller. The light is honest, it shows the smudges. The coffee rings, the tears, the sprawl of notes that barely make sense. The grudges I held against myself dissolve. The sunrise doesn't grade the work, it just illuminates. The sunrise on the cramp session is a wise old friend that says, you stayed up late, now it's time to rest. Sunrise on the cram session, the all-nighter meets the day. The desperation is a lesson in what the body can display. Sunrise on the cram session, I close the book I couldn't close. The light is soft, the panic goes. The sun is a kind of confession. The cram session was a tunnel. I was a train with no brakes. But the sunrise is a funnel of light at the end. The aches in my neck, in my eyes, in my hands are medals, not a victory of survival. The sunrise on the cram session demands nothing but attention. The arrival of the sun is not a grade, it's a gift. The cram session was a rift between me and the world. The sunrise closes the rift, the soft surprise of morning after a night of fear. The cram session brought me here, to this window, to this light, to this breath. The sunrise is a small warm death of the worst of the panic. I open the window wider. The air is cold and sweet. The rider of the night is dismounting. I stretch my arms. The sunrise on the cram session, the charms of the ordinary. The sky is pink and gold. The cram session is a story I've told to myself. Now I close the book. The sunrise is the only thing I need to memorize. Sunrise on the cram session. The sun is above the horizon now. The pink is turning gold. Close the last book, set it on the floor. The cram session is over. Not because I finished, because the sun finished it for me. Sunrise on the cram session. You are the grade I needed, not an A-just light. I lay my head on the desk, not to sleep, to feel the warmth on my face. The birds are loud now, the room is bright. The cram session is a memory, a hard one, but a memory. The sunrise is the present, I stay here. Sunrise on the cram session. Cram session, sunrise, morning. Footsteps on gravel, distant bird song. Soft piano plays a gentle wandering melody. A morning breeze through trees. A deep breath. The sound of an empty quad. campus is empty at 6:30 a.m. The students are sleeping, the library is closed. I walk through the quad alone, the gem of the morning is mine, the path exposed. To no one else, my footsteps are soft. On the gravel, the buildings are silhouettes. Against the rising sun, the loft of my thoughts is quiet. The debts of the semester are not gone, but they're distant. The empty campus is a different kind of present. No crowds, no rushing, just the trees, the benches, the fountain, the breeze. Empty campus, soft footsteps, I am a ghost of the night before, but the morning is a host. Empty campus, soft footsteps, the quad is mine, the world is slow. Empty campus, soft footsteps, the only sound is the wind in my toe. Touching the ground, I walk without purpose. Empty campus, soft footsteps, the surface of the day is smooth, I glide across the morning. Empty campus, soft footsteps, no classes yet, no bells, no voices. The early hour makes its own choices. The quiet is a gentle net, catching my worry. Empty campus, soft footsteps, I walk past the building where I failed a test. The memory is there, but the morning's crest is higher. The footsteps are the preps for a new day. Empty campus, I breathe. The silence is a gift I receive. I pass the bench where I cried last month after a bad exam. The bench is empty now. The memory is a blunt but fading ache. The vow I made to myself was to keep going. Now I'm walking past the bench, not running, just walking. The morning is a slow knowing that the pain is real, but the sun is stunning. The empty campus is a forgiveness for all the panic. The footsteps are a witness to my survival. I circle the fountain, the water is still the mountain of the semester is behind me. Not conquered, just climbed. Empty campus, soft footsteps, no classes yet, no bells, no voices. The early hour makes its own choices. The quiet is a gentle net, catching my worry. Empty campus, soft footsteps, I walk past the building where I failed a test. The memory is there, but the morning's crest is higher. The footsteps are the preps for a new day. Empty campus, I breathe. The silence is a gift I receive. The philosopher said, no man ever steps in the same river twice. The same is true for the campus. The morning empty is different from the afternoon's trice. Crowded halls, the gentry of silence is a privilege. I walk slowly, not to arrive anywhere, just to be in the space between buildings. The holy, ordinary, the key is not to fill the silence. The empty campus is a teacher of presence. The footsteps on gravel are a feature, not a bug. I am not late, I am not early, I am exactly where I should be. The surly voices of anxiety are quiet. The campus listens to my footsteps. The dew glistens on the grass. I walk past the library where I spent the night. The contrary part of me wants to go back in, but the morning is too beautiful. I keep walking. The warning of the clock is meaningless. The empty campus is a different kind of compass. I reach the edge of campus. The gate is open. street beyond is waking up, but I turn back. One more lap around the quad. Empty campus, soft footsteps. I don't wanna leave the quiet. The silence is a blanket. The morning is a friend. I walk slower now. The sun is higher. The shadows are shorter. Empty campus, soft footsteps. You will be crowded in a few hours, but right now you are mine. I walk until the bell rings, the first bell of the day, a reminder that the world is returning. But for now, empty campus, soft footsteps. I memorize the feeling, the gravel under my shoes, the sun on my face, the silence in my chest. Empty campus, soft footsteps, soft footsteps, campus, morning, morning. A slow, shallow breath, then a deeper one. Soft piano plays a single, releasing chord held. Ambient pads swell like a wave, then recede. The sound of hands unclenching morning light. I didn't realize I was holding my breath for hours since the panic started at 2 a.m. My chest was a small, tight death of expansion. The diaphragm was a dam. Against the air, I was breathing in sips, not inhales, just enough to stay conscious. The fear was on my lips, and in my ribs, the ravenous anxiety consumed the oxygen before it reached my blood. But now, the sun is up, the terror season is over. I don't know how or why, but my chest unlocks. The first deep breath in hours is a small holy flower opening in my lungs. I breathe in, the world is wider. The first deep breath in hours, my ribs expand, my heart slows down. The first deep breath in hours, the oxygen is a golden crown on my head. I am not dying, just living. The first deep breath in hours, forgiving. The first deep breath in hours, the tightness in my chest dissolves. The panic had its towers, but the breath is the resolve of the body to return to peace. The first deep breath in hours, the release of the knot I didn't know I tied around my own throat. The tide of oxygen is gentle. I breathe in, the first deep breath in hours begin again. The morning is a second chance. I place my hand on my chest. I feel the rise and fall. The breath is deeper now. The second one, the surprise, is how good it feels. The vow I made to myself was to survive, not to thrive. But the breath is thriving. My lungs are alive in a way they weren't. The striving of the panic is gone. I inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4. The amounts of air are generous. The room is brighter, the shadow's doom is lifted. The first deep breath in hours is a small, warm, life-saving superpower. The first deep breath in hours, the tightness in my chest dissolves. The panic had its towers, but the breath is the resolve of the body to return to peace. The first deep breath in hours, the release of the knot I didn't know I tied around my own throat. The tide of oxygen is gentle. I breathe in, the first deep breath in hours begin. The physiologists say that shallow breathing triggers the sympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight, the sheathing of the panic is a prison. The diaphragm changed, but the first deep breath is a key. The parasympathetic awakens, the body remembers you are not a threat to yourself, the forsaken. Tension in my shoulders begins to melt, I breathe again. The fear I felt was real, but the breath is realer. I close my eyes. The first deep breath in hours is a prize for surviving, not for winning, just for staying alive through the night. The body is praying through the lungs. The exhale is an amen. I breathe again and again and again. And again and again. Soft kick on one, only a heartbeat steadying at 4. A sigh, the first deep breath in hours. I take another one, just because I can. The second deep breath, the third, the fourth. I'm not counting for a grade, I am counting for joy. The lungs are a cathedral, and I am the congregation. Breathing in the morning, the panic is a small boat receding in the distance. The breath is the shore, I am home. The first deep breath in hours led to the second, and the second to the third. Now I'm breathing without thinking, the way it should be. I open my eyes, the room is the same, but I am different. The first deep breath in hours, thank you for returning. I forgot how good you feel. I breathe again, deep, slow. The morning holds me, the breath holds me. I hold myself. The first deep breath in hours. Deep breath, hours, morning. The sound of eggs cracking into a pan, butter sizzling. A coffee pot pouring, toast popping up. A deep, satisfied exhale. The all-nighter is over, the exam is done. The textbook is closed, the panic is a memory. Now the sun is up, the small warm run of morning light on my kitchen counter. The emery of the night is fading, I crack 2 eggs into a pan. The sound is a small comfort. The butter melts, the fridge hums, the dregs of exhaustion are still there. But the transport of my attention has shifted. Breakfast after the all-nighter is a ritual of return. The fighter in me is resting, the cook is awake. I flip the eggs, the small soft ache in my shoulders is not pain, it's proof I made it. Breakfast after the all-nighter, the pan is warm, the bread is brown. Breakfast after the all-nighter, I put the fork down, then pick it up again. Because I deserve to eat, the night was long. Breakfast after the all-nighter, a song of the ordinary. I chew, I swallow, I am here. Breakfast after the all-nighter, the eggs are soft, the coffee is hot. The night was a desperate, dark climber, but the morning is a small, kind plot of land where I can rest. Breakfast after the all-nighter is not fancy, just toast and eggs and tea. But the ritual is a key to the door of the ordinary. The fighter becomes a feeder. I nourish the body that carried me through. Breakfast after the all-nighter, I love you. To the empty kitchen I eat, I am renewed. Last night I ate a granola bar at 3 a.m., standing over the sink, too tired to sit. the granola bar was a dam against hunger. Nothing more the bit of energy was chemical, not joyful. Now the eggs are on a plate, the toast is buttered, the coffee is in a mug, the loyal morning has arrived. The scattered pieces of myself are reassembling. Breakfast after the all-nighter is a small ceremony. The lighter version of me is back. I sit at the table, not rushing. The fable of the all-nighter is ending. The breakfast is beginning. Breakfast after the all-nighter. The eggs are soft, the coffee is hot. The night was a desperate, dark climber, but the morning is a small, kind plot of land where I can rest. Breakfast after the all-nighter is not fancy, just toast and eggs and tea. But the ritual is a key to the door of the ordinary. The fighter becomes a feeder. I nourish the body that carried me through. Breakfast after the all-nighter. I love you. There's a philosophy in breakfast, not written in books, just in the small acts of buttering toast. The excess of the all-nighter is over. The facts are simple. I am hungry. The body needs fuel, not just caffeine and shame. The cruel voice that said you don't deserve to eat is silent now. The sweet sound of the fork on the plate is a meditation. Breakfast after the all-nighter is a station on the line between survival and thriving. The eggs are slightly crispy. The thriving is not dramatic, just the ordinary grace of a meal when you thought you'd lost the race. But you didn't, you're here, the toast is warm. Breakfast after the all-nighter. The norm is not victory, it's presence. I take another bite. The kitchen is quiet, the morning light is on my hands. I am not studying, I am eating the first real meal in hours. The greeting of the body is soft. Thank you eggs, thank you bread, thank you coffee. The night is dead and the morning is alive. I chew slowly. Breakfast after the all-nighter. Holy. I finish the last bite, set the fork down, and the plate is empty. Not like the granola bar at 3 a.m. This is satisfaction, not just fuel. A breakfast after the all-nighter. You are not fancy, you were exactly what I needed. I wash the plate, the water is warm, the sun is higher now. The all-nighter is a story I will tell, not with shame, with wonder, that I made it to breakfast. I dry my hands, pour another coffee, not for survival, for pleasure. Breakfast after the all-nighter. I will remember you when the next all-nighter comes. I will remember that the morning has eggs and toast and a chair. Breakfast after the all-nighter. After the all-nighter. Breakfast after the all-nighter. Breakfast, morning. The sound of eggs cracking into a pan, butter sizzling, a coffee pot pouring, toast popping up, a deep satisfied exhale. The all-nighter is over. The exam is done, the textbook is closed. The panic is a memory. Now the sun is up, a small warm run of morning light on my kitchen counter. The emery of the night is fading. I crack 2 eggs into a pan. The sound of a fresh notebook opening, a pen uncapping. Soft piano plays a hopeful, rising chord progression. Morning light through blinds, a deep breath. The page is blank. The potential is infinite. The old notebook is closed, the cram session is over. The tear-stained pages are in the past. I open a new one, the clover of possibility is green at last. The first page is white, no highlights, no margin notes, no panic underlining, no coffee rings, just the clean, soft, bright surface. The small, kind wings of the morning have carried me here. A clean page is not a threat, it's a stage for whatever comes next. I don't know what I'll write, but I know I'll write it differently. The night of the all-nighter taught me something. Now the page is clean. A clean page in the morning light. No scars, no smudges, just the white. A clean page in the morning light. I hold the pen, I hold the might of beginning again, not from zero, from here. A clean page, the quiet cheer of a new chance. I breathe, I write the first word. A clean page after the storm. The ink is blue, the light is warm. The mistakes of yesterday are a different form of learning. The new page is the norm of hope. A clean page is not forgetting, it's continuing the resetting of the mind. The page is a door I open, I don't know what's in store, but the page is clean, that's enough for now. A clean page, I take a breath, I allow. The old notebook had a page torn out. In anger, I ripped it at 4 a.m. The words were poison, the doubt was a flood. Now the clean page is an AM of forgiveness. I don't need to tear anything out. The clean page is a different route. I write the date, just the date, nothing more. The clean page doesn't demand a score, it just waits, patient, white, kind. A clean page is a small, bright room in my mind. I step inside, I close the door. The old mess is behind me, the floor is swept. The clean page is a Sabbath from the panic. A clean page after the storm. The ink is blue, the light is warm. The mistakes of yesterday are a different form of learning. The new page is the norm of hope. A clean page is not forgetting, it's continuing the resetting of the mind. The page is a door I open, I don't know what's in store, but the page is clean, that's enough for now. A clean page, I take a breath, I allow. The writer said, the first draft is just you telling yourself the story. The clean page is the first draft of a new day. No one will see it yet, the glory is in the privacy. The clay is fresh, I can shape it slowly. No exam, no grade, just the soft, warm dam of possibility. The clean page is a friend who doesn't judge the amend. I make to myself, I will write gently, no more tear-stained nights. The clean page is a series of small, kind lights leading me forward. I write one sentence, not about the past, about the present tense. The sun is up and I am here. The clean page receives it, no fear of red ink, no professor, just me. The page, the morning, the quiet key to a different semester. I turn the page, the next one is clean to the gauge of my worth. It's not in the words I wrote before, it's in the clean page, the open door. A clean page, refilled now, not with much, just a date and one sentence. I am still here. That's enough for a first page. The rest can come later. The clean page is patient. I close the notebook, not to hide the page, to protect it. The clean page will be there tomorrow, waiting for me, not demanding. The clean page is a promise between me and the morning, that I can start again, not perfectly, just freshly. I set the notebook on the desk. The sun is higher now. A clean page is inside, waiting. A clean page. Morning. Morning. Soft bird song, a gentle breeze through leaves. Piano plays a tender, slow progression. Ambient pads like a warm blanket. A deep, grateful exhale, morning light. The new day didn't have to be kind. It could have been gray and cold and hard. But the sun came up the window's blind, let in a soft, forgiving yard of light. The kindness of a new day is not dramatic, it's just the small facts. The coffee brewed, the birds in the hay, of the tree outside, the distant call of a neighbor's dog, the ordinary mercy of the morning. The contrary voice in my head says it's just another day, but the kinder voice says it's another day to stay. The kindness of a new day is the permission to begin again. The kindness of a new day, it didn't have to be this soft. The kindness of a new day, I didn't earn it, I'm just aloft. On its mercy, the morning is a gift. The kindness of a new day, the rift between despair and hope is this small light. The kindness of a new day, the sun didn't have to rise, but it did the soft, warm way. The light comes through the blinds, is wise in its gentleness. The kindness of a new day is not a reward for good behavior, it's just a fact. The Savior is not a person, it's the ray of sun on my hands. The kindness of a new day, I receive it, I didn't earn the grace, but I accepted the tired face. In the mirror softens the kindness of a new day. I stay. Yesterday was hard, the panic was a wave I thought would drown me, but the night ended. The morning came, the small, brave fact of the sunrise is not pretended. The kindness of a new day is not about forgetting, it's about continuing the setting of the sun. Last night was not a final curtain, the morning is a difference, soft, uncertain but hopeful beginning. I open the window wider. The air is cool and sweet. The spider on the sill is weaving. The world is still turning. The kindness of a new day is a learning I didn't expect. I thought I'd have to earn the right to feel okay, but the morning gave it freely. The kindness of a new day. The kindness of a new day. The sun didn't have to rise, but it did the soft warm way. The light comes through the blinds, is wise in its gentleness. The kindness of a new day is not a reward for good behavior. It's just a fact. The savior is not a person, it's the ray of sun on my hands. The kindness of a new day. I receive it, I didn't earn the grace, but I accepted the tired face. In the mirror softens the kindness of a new day. I stay. The poet Mary Oliver asked, "What will you do with your one wild and precious life?" This morning, the answer is small. I will receive the kindness of the new day. Not conquer, not strive, just sit in the light. The blindness of my panic is lifting. New day is a friend who doesn't ask for anything. The amend I make to myself is to stop demanding that the morning prove itself. The landing is soft, I am here, the birds are singing. The sun is warm, the small bright greeting of the day is enough. I don't need a sign. The kindness of a new day is already mine. A gentle breeze through leaves, soft kick on one only. A deep breath at 4:15. The kindness of a new day. I say it out loud to the empty room. The kindness of a new day. The sun is on my face. The panic is quiet, not gone, just quiet. That's enough. The kindness of a new day. I didn't do anything to deserve it. That's what makes it kindness. Not a transaction, a gift. I open it slowly. The light is the wrapping, the warmth is the ribbon, the birds are the card. The kindness of a new day. Thank you to whatever is kind in the universe. Thank you for the sun, for the second chance, for the soft landing, for the breath. The kindness of a new day. I will try to pass it on to someone else, but first I will receive it here in the morning light. The kindness of a new day, morning kindness. The sound of a notebook being picked up, a shelf creaking. Soft piano plays a slow, a deep exhale. The notebook is placed on wood. Morning light. A final breath. The semester is over. The notebook is full of tears and coffee rings and frantic highlights. The pages are wrinkled, the small, dull pain of the all-nighters is now a quiet fright. That I survived, I hold the notebook in my hands. The weight of it is not just paper and ink, it's the weight of the stands I took against despair. The brink of panic was real, but I didn't fall. Now I walk to the shelf. Putting the notebook on the shelf is a ritual of release, the small but significant act of telling myself that this chapter is done. The notebook can rest. Putting the notebook on the shelf between the dictionary and the old journal. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the semester is done, the return to the ordinary is this small motion. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the ocean of the future is waiting. But first, I close this door. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the spine is cracked, the pages are worn. But the war is over, I'm not torn anymore by the panic. The self that wrote those pages is still me, but different. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the key to moving on is letting go. I step back, the notebook is on the shelf. The track of the semester is complete, I breathe. The shelf holds it now. I flip through the pages one last time. The handwriting changes from calm to frantic. The early pages are neat, the later pages climb into chaos, the small romantic story of my semester is written here. The panic attacks, the coffee stains, the tears, the moments of clarity, the small victories, the paragraphs of history that only I can read. I close the notebook, not to forget, to protect the crook of my arm releases it. The shelf is old, wood it has held many notebooks. The cold of the winter semester is over, I place it gently. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the spine is cracked, the pages are worn. But the war is over, I'm not torn anymore by the panic. The self that wrote those pages is still me, but different. Putting the notebook on the shelf, the key to moving on is letting go. I step back, the notebook is on the shelf. The track. The shelf is a graveyard and a garden. The notebooks of past semesters are lined up, each one a different heart, each one a different kind of cup that held my attention. The new notebook is on the desk, still blank, but the old one is on the shelf. The hook of the past is not a burden, it's a run of the race I finished. Putting the notebook on the shelf is not burying the past, it's honoring the self that survived. I run my finger along the spine, the shelf holds it. The design of the universe is that we close things so we can open others. The small wings of my hope are not crushed by the weight of the finished notebook. I meditate on the shelf, the notebook is there, I am here. The distance is a small, kind frontier of moving on. I turn away from the shelf, not in sadness, in readiness. I trust myself. Soft piano with cello, brushed snare on 2 and 4. A deep breath at 4:15. A final exhale at 5:30. Morning light on the notebook. The notebook is on the shelf. I stand in front of it for a moment, not reaching for it, just acknowledging. Putting the notebook on the shelf is not forgetting the semester, it's completing it. The pages are done, the tears are dry, the coffee stains are brown. The shelf is patient, the notebook can rest, so can I. I turn away from the shelf, walk back to the desk. The new notebook is waiting, but not yet. First, I sit in the chair where I suffered and survived. Putting the notebook on the shelf is the last page of the chapter. I close the chapter. The shelf makes a small sound. The wood settles. The notebook is home, not forever. For now, putting the notebook on the shelf, on the shelf, on the shelf, shelf, morning. The sound of coffee beans grinding, water heating. A dysptic plays a warm, smiling chord progression. A deep, satisfied breath, coffee pouring into a mug. A soft hum of contentment. For weeks, coffee was medicine, a desperate transfusion of caffeine into a body running on adrenaline and fear, the small, mean voice of survival said, "Drink it fast, don't taste it, just wake up." But this morning is different. The cup is not a crutch, it's a pleasure. The coffee is finally not a treasure I hoard for energy, it's a drink I savor. The steam is soft, the flavor is chocolate and earth. I take a slow sip, not to survive, to enjoy the trip. From the mug to my tongue, coffee, finally not for survival, a gift. Coffee, finally not for survival. The mug is warm, the morning is slow. Coffee, finally not for survival. I drink it because I want to, not because I have to go into another panic. The caffeine is a friend, not a drug. Coffee, finally not for survival, a hug. In a mug I hold it with both hands, I breathe. Coffee, finally not for survival. The all-nighter is over, the exam is done. The coffee is not a rival to sleep, it's just a sun in a cup. Coffee, finally not for survival. I sit at the window, the birds are singing. The coffee is not for clinging to consciousness, it's for revival of the simple joy of a warm drink. Coffee, finally not for survival. I think I'll have another cup, not because I need it, because I want it. I used to gulp coffee at my desk, standing up, eyes on the textbook, heart racing. Now I sit in the armchair, the rest of the world is not chasing me. The coffee is dark roast, a little cream. I take a sip. The dream of the all-nighter is fading. The coffee is finally not a strategy, it's a small friendly ritual of the ordinary. I look out the window, the sky is blue. The coffee is a window into a different version of myself, the one who doesn't need a shelf of caffeine to stand up. I take another sip, the morning is kind. Coffee, finally not for survival. The all-nighter is over, the exam is done. The coffee is not a rival to sleep, it's just a sun in a cup of coffee. Finally not for survival. I sit at the window, the birds are singing. The coffee is not for clinging to consciousness, it's for revival. There is a Japanese word, komorege, sunlight filtering through trees. That's what this coffee feels like to me. Not urgent, just ease. The semester was a tunnel, the coffee was the train's headlight. Now the tunnel is behind me, the funnel of panic is closed, the light is soft. The coffee is finally for pleasure, not for keeping the panic at bay. The measure of my recovery is this: I can sit with a warm mug and not need it to save me. The coffee is just coffee now, and that's a miracle. The vow I made to myself is to taste it, not gulp it. I take a slow sip, I waste it on purpose. The coffee is not a tool, it's a gift. The small kind rule of this morning is enjoyment. The coffee is finally free. Coffee, finally not for survival. I finish the first cup, pour a second. Not because I need it, because the morning is long and the coffee is good. The second cup is slower, the steam is softer, the birds are louder. The coffee finally not for survival. You taste different when you're not afraid. You taste like the present, not the future, not the past. Just now I hold the mug, the warmth spreads through my hands. My chest is quiet, the panic is not here. The coffee is not a soldier, it's a friend. Coffee finally not for survival. I will remember this morning when the panic returns. I will remember that coffee can be joy, not just medicine. That I can sit and sip and not perform, just to be. Coffee finally not for survival, not for survival. Coffee morning. Coffee morning. The calendar page being torn off or turned. Soft piano plays a bittersweet, a deep exhale, morning light through blinds. The sound of a notebook being set down. The semester's last morning is different from the others. No panic, no cramming, no alarm. Just the sun and the soft cover of the final notebook, the calm. After the storm, I sit at my desk, the same desk where I cried and highlighted and prayed. But now the desk is a different kind of crest, not a battlefield, a promenade of memory. The semester's last morning is a sigh of relief and loss, the small, soft why of all those hours is clearer now, not for the grade, for the somehow of survival. I made it. The semester is over. The semester's last morning, no more deadlines, no more dread. The semester's last morning, I made my bed of struggle, now I lie in it, but gently. The semester's last morning, intensely ordinary I breathe, the sun is warm on my face. The semester's last morning, the books are closed, the grades are in. The panic is a distant warning, the learning can finally begin. Not for the exam, for the life. The semester's last morning, the knife of stress is sheathed, I sit in the quiet. The semester was a riot of emotions, now it's quiet. The last morning is a gift. I look back at the months. September was hopeful, October was a grind, November was dark, December was a rope I climbed in the dark, the small, stark memories, the all-nighter before the midterm, the panic attack in the library bathroom. The coffee burned my tongue, the nerves were a worm in my stomach. But the bloom of the last morning is different. I made it, not perfectly, not with an A in every class, but I made it. The small fit of my body in this chair is a pass. not from the professor, from myself. The semester's last morning is mine. The semester's last morning. The books are closed, the grades are in. The panic is a distant warning. The learning can finally begin. Not for the exam, for the life. The semester's last morning. The knife. The philosopher said, the unexamined life is not worth living, but the examined semester is worth leaving behind, not forgetting, just putting on the shelf the small, soft cutting of ties with the stress. The last morning is a door to a different kind of more. Not more work, more peace. I stand at the window. The semester's last morning is a slow, kind crescendo of relief. I did what I could. The rest was beyond my control. The test is over, the grades are posted. The semester is done. The last morning is a race I've won, not against anyone, against my own despair. I breathe, the sun is higher now. The semester's last morning is run, is over. I stretch my arms, the desk is clear. The new semester is weeks away, but today, the last morning, is a mirror showing me a person who survived. I smile, not a big smile, a small one. The semester's last morning, the mile is behind me. I walk to the kitchen, I make toast. The last morning is a gift. Soft piano, page being torn off, returned. Soft piano plays a bittersweet. A deep exhale, morning light through blinds. The sound of a notebook being set down. The semester's last morning. I sit in the chair where I suffered. Now I sit in the chair where I rest. The same chair, different weight. The semester's last morning. I don't look back with regret. I look back with wonder that I made it, that the panic didn't win, that the coffee is now for pleasure. The semester's last morning. I close my eyes. I see the library at 2 a.m. I see the tears on page 104. I see the sunrise on the cram session. I see the walk home at 6 a.m. All of it was real, all of it was hard, all of it is over. The semester's last morning. Thank you for arriving. I wasn't sure you would, but you did. The sun is up, the semester is done. I am still here. The semester's last morning. Last morning. Semester. Morning. Semester. Morning. Semester. Morning. The semester's last morning. I sit in the chair where I suffered. Now I sit in the chair where I rest. The same chair, different weight. The semester's last morning. I don't look back with regret. I look back with wonder that I made it, that the panic didn't win, but the coffee is now for pleasure. The semester's last morning. I close my eyes. I see the library at 2 a.m. I see the tears on page 104. I see the sunrise on the gram session. I see the walk home at 6 a.m. All of it was real, all of it was hard, all semester's last morning. A deep, slow exhale. The sound of a body sinking into a chair. Soft piano plays a gentle, releasing chord progression. A pillow being fluffed, ambient pads like a warm blanket. A voice whispers, "You can rest now." For months, rest felt like failure. Every moment not studying was a theft. From the grade I was supposed to secure, the small, cruel draft of guilt would creep and my hands would twitch. For the textbook, the couch was a trap. My body would beg, my mind would pitch a fit, the small, sharp map of my anxiety was drawn in the shape of rest. I couldn't lie down without a test in my head. "You should be reading," the voice would say. The bleeding of my peace was constant, but this morning is different. Learning to rest without guilt. The couch is not a battlefield. Learning to rest without guilt. The body is a garden, not a shield. I put down the book, I lie down, I breathe. Learning to rest without guilt, I receive the permission I never gave myself. The rest is a gift. Learning to rest without guilt. The semester is over, the pages are closed. The rest is not a building I built to escape. It's a rose of recovery. Learning to rest without guilt. The guilt was a ghost that I created. Now the ghost is faded. The rest is the hilt of a sword I'm putting down. I close my eyes. Learning to rest without guilt. The skies are gray or blue, it doesn't matter, I rest. I am still. I lie on the couch, the sun is on my face. No textbook in sight, no highlighter near. My hands are empty, the small, soft space between my thoughts is clear. In quiet, the guilt tries to visit. A small whisper, "You should be doing something," but I invite it to sit for a moment. Then I ask it to leave. The sting of its presence is fading. Learning to rest without guilt is a practice. The quilt over my legs is warm, I breathe. The guilt is a small dark bird. I watch it tilt its head, then fly away. The rest is mine. Learning to rest without guilt. The semester is over, the pages are closed. The rest is not a building I built to escape. It's a rose of recovery. Learning to rest without guilt. The guilt was a ghost that I created. Now the ghost is faded. The rest is the hilt. The therapist said, "Rest is not a reward for work, it's a requirement for health." But I didn't believe her. I thought rest was theft from the future. The small, cruel wealth of productivity was a draft. I couldn't stop paying, but this morning I closed the account. Learning to rest without guilt is the amount of peace I've been missing. I lie still. The sun moves across the windowsill. The clock ticks, I don't count the ticks. The guilt is a muscle. I'm learning to unclench the hilt of the sword of ambition is slippery. I let it go. The rest is deep, the rest is slow. I am not lazy, I'm not failing, I am healing. The rest is a door I walk through on the other side. There is no chore. Just the couch, just the sun, just the breath. Learning to rest without guilt. A small soft death of the old self. The new self breathes, I rest. I am enough. Learning to rest without guilt. I close my eyes. The guilt tries to knock. I don't answer. Learning to rest without guilt. The sun is warm on my eyelids. The couch is soft. I'm not studying. I am not preparing. I am just resting. The guilt is a small bird. It flies away. I watch it go. Learning to rest without guilt is not a one-time thing. It's a practice. Today I practice. I lie still. The clock ticks. I don't care. The semester is over. The rest is beginning. The guilt is quiet. Learning to rest without guilt. I pull the quilt up to my chin. The sun is on my face. I smile. A small smile, not because I earned it, because I deserve it. Rest without guilt is the grade I give myself. I passed learning to rest without guilt. Rest without guilt. Rest. Morning. The sound of pages turning slowly. Morning light streaming through a window. Soft piano plays a warm, a deep breath. The sound of a finger tracing a highlighted line. A soft sigh of recognition. I found the old textbook from last semester. Flipped it open to a random page. The sun was on the window, the amber light fell on the yellow. The stage of my past self was illuminated. The highlights were neon and desperate. Entire paragraphs covered in color. The small, bright evidence of my panic, the lapse. I didn't have the hours I spent convincing myself that yellow meant memory. Now the sunlight is different. The gent of the morning shows me the cemetery of my effort, but not with sadness, with tenderness. Sunlight on old highlights. The yellow is faded. The panic is gone. Sunlight on old highlights. The sun is soft. The night is done. The page is warm. I trace the lines I highlighted at 3 a.m. Sunlight on old highlights. Amen. Sunlight on old highlights. The words I thought I'd never forget are strangers now. The small, bright fights I fought are quiet. The net of my anxiety is empty. Sunlight on old highlights shows me the girl who stayed up late, who highlighted everything, who couldn't wait to prove herself. The small soft lights of the morning forgive her. The highlights are old. Sunlight on old highlights. I hold the page up to the light. The yellow is a fossil. I am new. I remember why I highlighted that sentence. It was about the anxiety of influence. I was so anxious. The repentance of my studying was intense. The diffidence I felt was real. Now the sentence is just words. The highlight is a scar from a different war. The sunlight shows me the absurd beauty of trying too hard. The core of my effort was not the grade, it was the need to matter. The sunlight on the highlight is a seed of forgiveness. I close the book, not in shame, in gratitude. The yellow is a name for the fire I had. The fire is banked now, but the ash is warm. Sunlight on old highlights, the words I thought I'd never forget are strangers now. The small, bright fights I fought are quiet than that. Of my anxiety is empty. Sunlight on old highlights shows me the girl who stayed up late, who highlighted everything, who couldn't wait to prove herself. The small soft lights. The philosopher said, you cannot step in the same river twice. I cannot read the same highlight twice. The page is the same, the yellow is the same hue, but I am different. The new version of me doesn't need the highlight to remember. The insight of the morning is that the panic was a season. Now it's over. The reason I highlighted so much was fear. Now the sunlight on the highlight is a mirror, showing me a different reflection of the frantic student, the one who survived the brilliant, not in great endurance. I close the book, the sunlight follows me. The hook of the past is gentle. Now I put the textbook on the shelf, not to bury it, to thank it for the self. I became the highlights are old, the morning is new. I walk away. Sunlight on old highlights. I hold the page one last time. The yellow is pale now, not the neon of 3 a.m. A soft, forgiving gold. The sun has faded it, like it has faded my panic. Sunlight on old highlights. You are not a monument to failure, you are a fossil of trying. I close the book, set it on the shelf. The sunlight follows, not to punish, to warm. Sunlight on old highlights. I will not highlight that way again, not because I'm wiser, because I'm kinder to myself. The panic is not a strategy. The yellow is not a memory. The memory is in me, not on the page. Sunlight on old highlights. Thank you for the forgiveness. Thank you for the light. I walk to the window. The sun is higher now. The book is on the shelf. The highlights are bold. I am new. Sunlight on old highlights. Old highlights. Sunlight. Morning. A clock ticking, then stopping. A deep, long exhale. Soft piano plays a slow, floating chord progression. The exam is finished. The pen is on the desk. The bubble sheet is submitted. The small, soft release in my chest is a beautiful grotesque relief. The cough of anxiety that lived in my throat for weeks is gone. I didn't know how tight the knot was until it loosened. The peaks of panic are behind me. The night of the all-nighter is a memory. The quiet after the exam is a different country. The dam of stress is broken, not a flood, a slow release. I didn't know I needed to let go so badly. The quiet is a blanket, I sit in it. The quiet after the exam. No more flashcards, no more dread. The quiet after the exam. The voice of panic is dead. We're sleeping. I sit in the silence. The clock is still. The quiet after the exam. The thrill of nothing. I don't need to do anything, I just am. The quiet after the exam. books are closed, the grade is out of my hands. The quiet after the exam, the small, soft, strange lands of relief are unfamiliar, I walk through them slowly. The quiet after the exam, holy, is the silence. I sit in the chair where I suffered. Now I sit in the chair where I am recovered. Not fully, just enough. The quiet is a friend. I look at the clock, it's 10 a.m. The exam started at 8, 2 hours of focus. Now the quiet is a dam that holds nothing. The hocus pocus of stress is gone. I don't know what to do with my hands. They are not holding a pen. They're just resting. The small, true fact of the quiet is that it's the when of healing, not the how. I sit, the sun is warm. The quiet after the exam is a form of meditation I didn't sign up for, but I accepted. The door of the exam hall is behind me. I don't need to go back. The quiet after the exam, no more flashcards, no more dread. The quiet after the exam, the voice of panic is dead or sleeping. I sit in the silence, the clock is still. The quiet after the exam, the thrill. The psychologist said, after a period of intense stress, the body needs to discharge. The quiet after the exam is the discharge. The large wave of adrenaline recedes. The body is a boat on calm water. The throat of the storm is past. I didn't know how to rest because I was still in the test in my mind, but the test is over. The scantron is read. The quiet is a pardon. I give myself. I don't need to review the answers. I don't need to calculate my chances. The dancers of anxiety are still. I sit in the quiet. The quiet after the exam is a riot of nothing, and nothing is exactly what I need. A deep breath at 4:15. 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 The quiet after the exam. I don't know what to do with myself, so I do nothing. I sit in the chair. The sun is on my hands. The clock is still. I don't check my phone. I don't open a book. I just sit. The quiet after the exam is not empty. It's full of relief. Relief is a color I haven't seen in months. Soft blue, warm gray. The quiet after the exam. I close my eyes. The questions are gone. The answers don't matter anymore. Not because I don't care, because the caring is over. The exam is submitted. The grade is coming, but not yet. Right now, just the quiet. The quiet after the exam. I breathe in, I breathe out. There is nothing to study, nothing to highlight, nothing to memorize. Just the quiet. The sun, the chair. The quiet after the exam is the grade I give myself. Pass, fail, I pass. The quiet after the exam. After the exam. The quiet morning. The sound of blinds slowly opening, morning light floods in. Soft piano plays a slow rising, then settling bird song. Bird song, soft, distant, and closer. A deep, full breath. The sound of a door closing gently. A voice whispers, "This is the morning after everything." The album is ending, the night is over. The faint light that started this journey is now morning. The blinds are open, the small, bright truth is dawning. I survived not just the exam, the semester. The panic, the tears, the coffee, the fear. The faint light through the blinds was the first ember of hope. Now the fire is clear. Not burning, just warm, the morning is here. The faint light is gone. Not disappeared, just grown into something bigger, the small dear. Hours of the between are now unknown. Country, I walk through the morning, the album is done. Faint light, then morning, the blinds are open, the night is gone. Faint light, then morning, the small, soft sun is high now. The journey was long. Faint light and morning. The song is over, but the silence is not empty. It's full of peace. Faint light then morning. The desk is clear, the notebook is closed. The panic is a distant warning. The rest is the rose of recovery. Faint light then morning. I close my eyes, I see the first track. The static between the hours, the black of the night, then the small, soft adorning of the horizon. The faint light grew. Faint light, then morning, I grew too. I think about the 20 tracks of this album. The bus window, the caffeine crash, the snow on the roof. The grade I learned to live with, the calm after the exam, the proof of my survival is not in the songs, it's in the morning. I am here, the faint light that guided me through the nights is gone, but the morning is bright. I open the window wider, the air is cool and sweet. The birds are loud, the street is waking up. The semester is over, the album is complete. The rover of my anxiety is resting. I step into the morning, the faint light was the door. Faint light then morning, the blinds are open, the night is gone. Faint light then morning, the small, soft sun is high now. The journey was long. Faint light then morning, the song. This is the final track, the last page of the album. I look back at the 3 albums. Margin notes at midnight code, the late night kingdom of panic and focus. The small, cold dams of caffeine and willpower, the static between the hours, the in-between, the strange soft towers of almost sleep and almost peace. And now, faint light through the blinds, the vow of recovery, the morning after the long night. The trilogy is complete, the small bright thread through all of them is survival, not triumph, just arrival. At the next moment, the faint light became morning. I became myself, not new, just adorning the old self with forgiveness. I closed the notebook, the final one. The hook of the past is gentle. Now I walk away from the dusk. The morning is bright, the small, soft, grotesque beauty of being alive is this. The night ends always. The faint light bends into is over. The morning is mine. Soft piano, the sound of blinds slowly opening. Morning light floods in. Soft piano plays a slow rising and settling progression. Bird song, soft, distant and closer. A deep, full breath, the sound of a door closing gently. A voice whispers, "This is the morning after everything." The album is ending, the night is over. The faint light that started this journey is now morning. The blinds are open, the small, bright truth is dawning. I survived not just the exam this semester. The panic, the tears, the coffee, the fear. The faint light through the blinds was the first ember of hope. Now the fire is clear, not burning, just warm. The morning is here. The faint light is gone, not disappeared, just grown into something bigger. The small dear hours of the between are now unknown. Country, I walk through the morning. The album is done. Faint light and morning. The blinds are open, the night is gone. Faint light and morning. The small, soft sun is high now. The journey was long. Faint light and morning. The song is over, but the silence is not empty. It's full of peace. Faint light and morning. I grew too.